Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Sussex Daily News channel. In this video, we give you a just unearthed old report from In Touch magazine in early July. The feud exposed, Meghan destroys Kate's world. And we will also show why people find the Duchess of Cambridge so attractive. Let's find out with us now. Of course, Meghan and Harry have started a new life in Los Angeles with their 14-month-old son, Archie, but she could be having a hard time letting go of her animosity towards Kate, says the source. When Meghan, an actress who appeared on the TV drama Suits, was part of the royal family, the source says, she was always complaining about how the palace gave Kate special treatment and protected Kate from the media, leaving Meghan to fend for herself. On May 25th, Britain's Tatler magazine, the glossy high society, published a cover story chock full of juicy Zion Bible of Britain, stories and bold claims about Kate Middleton. She was branded a kingmaker thanks to her ruthless survival streak and calculated support of her husband Prince William. The palace was aghast and declared that the Tatler story was full of a swath of inaccuracies and false misrepresentations. Tensions came to an even more explosive head behind the scenes. To say that Kate's upset about the article is an understatement, a source tells In Touch. She's livid, and she immediately wanted to get to the bottom of how they obtained insider information on her private life and who's behind the smear campaign. At first, Kate couldn't imagine who would badmouth her like this, says the source. But friends say Kate now believes Meghan may have had a hand in the article and is spreading cruel rumors to get revenge on her and destroy her reputation as the princess who can do no wrong. Their feud has exploded all over again and destroyed Kate's world. It didn't take long for fingers to point at Meghan. After the cover story hit, it was revealed that the writer of the article, Anna Pasternak, is friends with Vanessa Maroney, the sister-in-law of Meghan's best friend, stylist, and Canadian TV personality Jessica Maroney. Suddenly, says the source, it became obvious to some that Meghan may have been connected to the unflattering piece, so Kate confronted her. Through the profile claims, the future queen has long seemed determined to protect an aura of blandness as part of her regal persona. This is one instance where she hardly sat back and took it. She called Meghan, and they got into a heated 30-minute phone call, says the source. Kate asked her point blank if she stirred the pot. Meghan denied it, but Kate knows Meghan tells one lie after another. The source claims maybe this was Meghan's way of getting the last laugh. This wouldn't be the first time Meghan supposedly planted stories about her and Kate's relationship. It's long been believed that she had her friends talk to the press before as insiders. Kate's heard all the rumors, so I'm not surprised she suspects Meghan is behind the Tatler piece. They kept going back and forth, but Meghan swore she'd never do such a thing. It also didn't look good for Meghan because the article seemed to clear up one of the big mysteries about Kate and Meghan. What Meghan did that made Kate cry ahead of the Sussex's 2018 wedding. However, the source says only Meghan and a few others would know that. You'd think Meghan leaving the royal family and them living more than 5,000 miles away from each other would have put an end to their feud, but it didn't. In fact, their rivalry is as bitter as ever. Meanwhile, as I said at the start of my video, why do people find Duchess Catherine so fascinating? And here is an opinion of the royal fan Deanna Eppers from Quora. She said Catherine the Duchess of Cambridge is fascinating because she is a modern-day example of a fairy tale come true, and she started as a regular girl. The fairy tale is all about an ordinary girl who has to go through some trials and emerges to win the heart of the prince who will marry her and go on in time to become the king and queen of the realm. Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White are all versions of this theme. Catherine started life as Catherine Middleton, and she went along with her very ordinary family until her mom decided to start a business in the backyard shed. Then, by virtue of party pieces doing so very well, each Middleton child could attend massively expensive, private to the US and public to the UK schools. This changed their life and was meant to give the Middletons kids a leg up. Through their boarding schools, they could make friends with people of all means, and this could help them in their own business lives. They all could hope to catapult themselves into the upper class, and all three worked very hard, making the most of their parents' gift of a stellar education. Who knew that Catherine would go on to meet at university the one and only Prince William? No one, save perhaps Carol Middleton, even imagined this could come to pass. I think even Catherine just went about her life and did well, and when she went to St. Andrews University, she might have hoped to meet her future husband there, but I doubt she ever imagined just who that would be. The story is romantic and lovely and has a very nice ending thus far, so we find Catherine very fascinating. Out of all the women Prince William could have chosen to be his wife, he chose her. So we look at Catherine and wonder at her mystique. Of course, we've read about how Catherine was terribly shy at their first meeting, and after that, since they both were studying history of art, they had classes together, and a friendship formed, though they dated other people. When William wanted to quit St. Andrews, it was Kate who suggested he change to a different degree and see if that made him happier. It did. Yes, they began dating, but it wasn't a quick road to matrimony, and Prince William was always cautioned to be very sure about who he married, because the monarchy didn't want another direct heir divorcing. So William kept Catherine waiting, and then broke up due to him growing up, etc. Though after seeing what he was missing when Catherine would go out with Pippa, he came back to his good senses. The reunited couple made a private decision to marry, though they kept that very private. Of course, we swooned over the wedding. I love how Catherine decided to be driven to her wedding, since she wasn't a lady or nobility. She was who she was, a commoner with a wonderfully loving, close family. No amount of money buys a good family, and we all saw the Middletons as beautiful people who had a wonderful way about them. And they didn't say a word to the media. Ever. Admirable. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge had time to themselves as a couple before full-time royal duties beckoned, and they made the most of the time before little Prince George was on his way. We wondered how Cambridge would work as a family, and they have flourished. As sick as Catherine was during her pregnancies, she knew she wanted more than two, and so after Princess Charlotte's birth, they added the adorable Prince Louis. The five of them have taken to royal life when in London, while the family loves their country time at Anmer Hall, where they can run around outdoors, play in mud, pick up worms, and kick the soccer ball around. Catherine is handling her duties well. I think it makes commoners feel good to know one of their own is turning out to be a gem in that royal family. As blue as Diana's blood was, she did love to cause drama and issues and didn't play the part of a royal well. I know, the whole love triangle thing, but otherwise she played lots of games. Neither did Sarah Ferguson fit in well. I think people worried about a commoner being a good royal, when if we look back, the Queen Mother started life as a commoner too, and she was much revered as a royal. Catherine has been working on learning about her duties, and she takes it seriously. She attends scores of meetings about her patronages and charities, and wants to put the time in ahead of her time with them. Clearly, she has a way with kids, and she emanates a warmth that comes from a kind soul. We love seeing how beautiful she is, and enjoy seeing what she's decided to wear when she's out. Catherine is disciplined, and it shows. She looks great even after just giving birth. Just wow, I admire her. I love two things she has said. One was she loved William so much that she didn't want to see him settle for a woman who loved him less. I think her love for him has given Prince William the family life he might have hoped for but didn't necessarily think he could get. And now he has a woman as equal to help him navigate the years before he'll be a king. The other thing Catherine said that won me over was when she was asked if she felt lucky to be marrying Prince William, and she answered without missing a beat. I think William is lucky to be marrying me. Yes, he is lucky. I think Prince William found his wife at university and hung on to her. Catherine is the dream come to life. It all works. It's not all easy, but we don't see them when they're tired, discouraged, or frustrated. Those days happen. They know that. And tomorrow is a new day where maybe Catherine will wear something fun and new, and maybe it's affordable, so I can rush out and buy that dress, those earrings, or a clutch before it sells out. I'll never look like the Princess Catherine is, but it's fun watching her. Fairy tales do sometimes come true. We commoners just love Catherine. She makes us all look so good. Do you agree with these views? Please let me know in the comment section below, and everyone can discuss. Remember to like and share my video for anyone you think might also be interested. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get more news from the royal family members. Now, good night, and see you tomorrow.
Meghan is jealous of Kate when she realizes that Kate is always loved and admired by others, and since then Meghan has a bad look at her sister. Meghan does everything. Her selfish action helps royal get out of their influence on her. Meghan's big defeat. What she holds is just envy and hatred.